So today our workshop will be today about AI mass detector. I'm going to go through the workshop that we have already tested with the participants, and I'm going to talk about the educational approach and the availability in this workshop. So as I said, our mission in Studio 5.6, for Studio 5.6, is to transform those beautiful kids into technology makers. We have different zones in Studio 5.6, such as technology, creative, and software. In each zone, the participants are going to learn about different skills. So let's talk about the engineering design process, which is the process that we are using in order to build our content based on it. The engineering design challenge, which is different steps that we go through to guide the participants in order to build their prototype. So developing the lesson based on the engineering design process make the children very excited, and they will be very interactive inside of the workshop. So the engineering design process can be used as an innovative, effective, logical mean for formalizing development for K-12 STEAM lessons. Now I'm going to go through those steps because all of our content, all of our lessons that we are making based on the engineering design process. In the engineering design process, we have a circle consists of many steps, and those steps can be repeated based on your need. So the first step, basically, that we start the engineering design process or any workshop with it, which is the identifying the problem. For example, we can start the workshop with a problem, introduce a problem to the students, and this problem may be related to the sustainable development goal. For example, the global problems that the world are facing, such as the health problems, such as the environmental problems. So we can introduce this challenge or this problem for the participants. And then we can ask the participants to brainstorm or to research and know more technical details about this issue, or we can introduce the participants what they will need to know, about this problem. So after that, they can decide and create the possible solution. Now we are in step 3, where the participants created the possible solution. We can hear from those participants about what they are thinking about, like the solution that they have. Absolutely, they will give a very interesting ideas, very interesting solutions. As you know, the kids, like, they are very creative, and they can bring a lot of nice ideas and nice solutions. And then in step 4, we will select the best idea and the best solution that we will go through the workshop. And after selecting the best solution, we can go to the process of start building the prototype. So they will start the prototyping, the prototyping process. They can, for example, start the prototyping process by 3D design. They can design something using a certain software, or you can start prototyping using their hands, or assembly the parts. The prototyping process can be differ from from a workshop to another workshop. So it depends on the workshop. Then we can go and test the prototype. So the prototype can be a physical prototype or can be a software prototype. So maybe the prototype is like a code, maybe it's a design or a 3D printed part. So then we are going to test and evaluate the solutions or the prototypes of the participants. And then we can go with the participants, start talking about their prototypes, and ask them to share their screens, and then start step 8, discussing and assessing their prototypes. So in this way, we are following, which is the engineering design process that will make the kids or the students very excited for the workshop, and you are going to go through a very nice approach that will keep the participants excited along the workshop all the time. Now, for example, I put here an example in the session that we have today, AI mass detector. I put a challenge or a problem about the health related to COVID-19 issue. So we need to develop like a precautionary system or a safety system that will help to detect the people that they are not complying with the mask or they are not wearing a mask. And the system will be based on AI. And then we will hear from the participants ideas, and they will hear from their solutions. Now we are in step one, identifying the problem, and then we will start introducing what they will need to know. Now they will know how it will work, how it will detect the people, and what they will need to know about image classification, how the machine can classify objects, and why the machine will, for example, not detect some kind of mask because they are different, and how to solve these issues. And after that, we can introduce the machine learning, which is the technology that we will use during the workshop in order to create the solution, to create the prototype. So they're going to make a software that will detect the people's faces, if they are wearing a mask or not, by using machine learning. Do you have any question until now, guys? Do you have any question? Okay. So you can introduce what is machine learning, the ability for the machine or the computer to learn from training, from different materials, sound, pictures, videos, and then explaining more details about the machine learning. So what's the difference between machine learning and the normal coding? Which is the machine learning? You are giving data and output, and it will give you the rules. And the traditional programming, for example, in the scissor paper game, if you want to write a program to play this game, you should enter a code that describes the hand size, to describe the different colors, the different sizes, and you need to put the algorithm to determine the winner. While in machine learning, it will learn from the people who are playing this game. This is just an example for the kids that you can introduce. Now, after they learn what they will need to know, they will start developing the possible solution. And they will start developing the possible solution by introducing a nice tool from MIT called, I'm going to share the link with you guys. I don't know if you heard about it before, if you know it before. It's called image classifier, personal image classifier. I'm going to share it on the chat. So it's a very nice tool. You can introduce it to the participants and let them learn about the machine learning. I share the tool. So here, this tool, you can create labels. You can introduce to the kids or participants how to create labels. And for example, you want to create a label that we will call a mask, which the people who wear a mask, and the label with people who are not wearing a mask. So we have two labels, mask or no mask. It can be also different things. You can like cat, dog, or whatever. But in this example, in this workshop, we are using machine learning to learn how to solve the problem of identifying the people who are not wearing masks. So then we can train this software, make the training program to the platform, add more pictures. You can add pictures of you or picture of another person. more pictures that you put is more result that you get. Then we can start like seeing the result as we have here in the engineering design process. We select the best solution, we go through construction, the prototype, and then they will start testing. The participants will start testing their prototypes and see the result, if they are accurate or not. And then if it's not accurate, they will try to repeat it again until we assess their prototypes and finalize their prototypes. So as you can see, guys, here we have no mask in this picture is 98% percentage, which means there is no mask. And here in this picture, the percentage is 96%, which means that I'm wearing a mask. So guys, thank you so much to attend this workshop. Please let me know if you have any question or any concern about the engineering design process or the approach that we are following to build our content. Yes, Leo, any question, any concern, guys?
Have you tried using this for other things apart from trying to detect masks or not? Because it says like you could select different models. So have you tried it for different things or you've just tried it for the masks?
I tried for different things, not just only a mask. I tried also for detecting the facial expressions, if the face is happy or sad or surprised. Also, it can be used to detect this.
Cool.
Yeah, it's very nice tool. Okay. Okay, now guys, let's try to do the workshop. I'm gonna do the workshop as the same as I'm doing it with the kids. So I'm gonna start again and repeat from here. So this is the engineering design challenge. I will give the participants time to go through this challenge, to read it. And the time will be from 2 to the 2 to 3 minutes, and a little bit of time just in order to listen, to read it and listen their solutions. So the Ministry of Health is working to a new precautionary measures to provide to improve the CSS, COVID safety system, and limit the spread of coronavirus. And that will be achieved through integrating technology of AI to detect the people who are wearing a mask or not. So we need your help to develop a new system that will be able to detect the masks. Then the students will learn about, they will need to know, they will tell them that the mask detector should be based on artificial intelligence, AI, and it will detect the people faces who are wearing a mask or not. Then I'll ask participants, if I ask you to describe each picture in one word, what would you say about the first picture and the second picture? Maybe first say the people in the first picture without a mask, the people in the second picture with a mask. Then we will start talking about the image classification. What is image classification? It's a word to describe the picture in one word. And all the pictures that we are seeing in our life, we can classify them by our eyes. But the question is here, can a computer recognize things like us? And then the participant will start say yes, no. And if yes, we can ask them why it's hard for the computer or hard for the machine to classify the pictures or to detect the people who are wearing a mask or not. Then the people, the participants will start saying, yes, it's confusing, and you will hear from them and correct their information. And after that, we'll talk about why it's hard for the machine to detect the pictures or to classify the pictures, because there are many types of the same mask. As for example, for the cats also, there are many types of cats, but there are different types. So this is hard for the machine to recognize those type of cats, but it's easy for the human, because the brain of because we have a complex brain and the machine don't have this complexity. And then we will talk about the machine learning. Have you heard about machine learning? What do you know about the machine learning? And then explaining this technology to the participants. And you will say that we train the robot by showing him a picture and videos or sounds. Then it will start to detect the people that are not wearing a mask. So we should explain here that the machine learning is learned from the training, not learned from the coding, which is an important point to clarify to the participants, and then explaining the difference between the machine learning and the traditional programming. As I mentioned in the scissor paper game, the machine learning will learn from the experience, the experiment. So if the people are playing, the machine learning will learn from them. So we add the output and the data, and it will give you the rules. The rules, for example, in this game, who is the winner? And in traditional programming, you will need, for example, to make a computer play this game, to determine all shape of hands, to write a code that will describe all color of skins, sizes. So imagine that the size of the girl is different from the size of the boy. Then you have to mention that in the code. In addition, also to the position, you have three shapes of the hand: the scissor, the rock, and the paper. So you will be ending by a very big and hard code. So instead of thinking all about these rules and we have to express all of these rules in a code, and what if we could provide a lot of answers and we could label those answers and have them have the machine infer those rules. And for example, instead of writing a complicated code to describe the shape of the hand, for the computer, we can just get a lot of images of people doing rock, so we can diverse hand, diverse skins, and tons. And then we just say to the machine, hey, this is what a rock looks like, and this is what a paper looks like, and that's it for the machine. And this is the same slide, but in Arabic, sorry. Then we are going to talk about machine learning, showing, for example, a video about machine learning, and ask the participants, where have you experienced machine learning in your life? So you can, they will answer you, for example, email filters, autocomplete text, a video recommendation system in YouTube. For example, when you watch a video about nature, then the YouTube will start recommending videos about nature and also recommending things, new things that you like. So this system basically works based on the machine learning. It will learn from you and then start recommending the video. And also we have the voice recognition system, then translation apps, and the digital assistants such as and the image recognition system. And then participants will start mentioning all of these stuffs. And then we will go through the AI app, IT app inventor that I shared the link with you through the chat. First, we create the label, and then we add the pictures of the label, and then we create many labels as you want. You can, like also, as I said, you can try different things, not just only mask or no mask. You can, for example, add a cup or a bottle or a dog or a cat. So it can be. Also, as well, then we will go to test the result. And after this, we will review the result, ask the participants to share their screens, and let them share their final prototypes and see the result of their prototypes. And we will end this workshop right here. Sorry, guys. So that's it, guys, for the workshop of today. I hope you enjoy it.
Matt, I think you can do the simulation, since this is a workshop that usually we do with the youth. Yes. We do the step-by-step together, so probably you can do with them. Sure. So also they can share the screen and see, and you can share it also the other link of the app. Usually we ask to them how to have an artificial intelligence idea using another application that probably can be useful. The idea of the workshop of today is that you can also, we can share to you, Matt will share your email in the chat, so we can share to you all the information and you can replicate the workshop with you in your Fab Lab another times or whenever you want. So the idea is to train, yes, it's shared now. So to train the youth to make them understand what is artificial intelligence. In this case, okay, if for mask recognition, but as he mentioned, it can be an expression recognition. And there is also another interesting application that it's very easy for even younger, like 7 to 10, to understand was AI and how to train a machine with the AI. I will share here the link and probably Moat can show also to you a little bit how it works. And then Moat, please, if you can share step by step with them, so everybody will have also the knowledge to how to do, and they are ready to share this kind of training with them students in them Fab Lab.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So thank you, Larry. I will just turn off the camera because in the app I have to turn it off in order to capture my picture using the Google Chrome. Okay, I will turn it off. So guys, now I'm sharing. You can see my camera here. So here we have the personal image classifier. We can here say train, go to train. And we can here add a label. We can create a label. For example, I want to create a label without a mask. Let's say no mask here. And we can capture a picture. Okay, we add a label here, and then we capture a picture. This is the first one. So we should add pictures as much as we can, because we will get accurate results. If we add pictures of different people, that would be more accurate than add a picture for one person. In my case, I will add just a picture of myself. Also, as well, you can download pictures from Google and drag and drop here. You can drag and drop the pictures here of different people. And then we can add a new label, let's say with mask, and enter. So we can add a new label. Now let's wear the mask and take a picture from different positions in order to get more accurate results. So after that, we can go to the next step, which is the training. Now let's start to processing the data in order to create the training model. Now here we are in the training. So we need to capture a picture, and it will tell you that the picture is with the mask. So we have wrong results. So we should take another picture. No, sorry, that's right. So no mask here is 92%, and with mask is 7%. So it indicates that I'm not wearing a mask. So let's try another picture with a mask. So now it will tell that I am wearing a mask. So as you can see, with a mask, confidence is 87%. So it indicates that we have a mask. So guys, this workshop is 1 hour, so the participants will learn about the machine learning. But also you can extend this workshop. You ask me if this is App Inventor. Yes, you can use the export training data. After you export the training data, you can export them. You can get this file, and this file you can call personal image classifier, and you can make a mobile application using MIT App Inventor and upload this training data in the mobile application. And then the participants, they will be able to create a mobile application that will, for example, separate the people who are wearing a mask or not. But in this 1 hour workshop, this is the limit here. They will not create the mobile application. But sometimes I introduce to the participants 3 days workshop or 2 days workshop. So on that workshops, participants will be able to create the mobile application. If you have any question related to the workshop and how to do the mobile application, just text me my email, send me email, contact with me, and I will give you the training materials for the whole workshop. Okay, guys, can you share your screen to see your results if you try it? So I'm going to now share with you the material for how to create the mobile application. No problem, Leo. This is, I shared the folder with you guys where you can find the content to create the mobile application. It has the lesson plan, presentation, and everything needed in order to build the mobile application based on the personal image classifier. So guys, any question, any concern?
No, it worked well, I think. It was really fast to like you just do a few images of the two types and then, yeah, you can test it out. So it's like a really quick way, I think, of showing what the technology can do in its simplest sense. And then, yeah, you can keep trying to like push it and try and, yeah, see where it can go.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a very fast way to learn about the machine learning in general, and also this can be extended to many days, as I shared the next workshop, how to create the mobile application, which is the next stage of this workshop. Then they will learn about machine learning, how to create the training data, and then they will learn how to create the training data inside the mobile application that will start detecting the people or the faces based on the training materials and pictures that you integrated inside the software. So also as well, I would like to share the AI mask detector, which is the workshop of today materials. I'm going to share the link with you guys. This is presentation.
Claire, did you try with the mask or with the facial expression?
I did with the mask.
Oh, okay.
And I tried it. I've got a couple of different masks, so I was trying it, and it
Okay.
was picking up. I managed just from a set of images because I took pictures. I'd be interested, yeah, doing another test with it with one type of mask, and then going and doing a completely different type, how it goes. But yeah, it's like really quick to test. Except when you're on Zoom and you're turning cameras on and off, it's a bit of a challenge, but I can see it as really like simple, and it's a really simple user interface as well. I think that helps.
Very nice, yes. Do you think like, do you have the Fab Lab there? You're from Australia, right?
Yeah, so we're actually building a Fab Lab. We're in the process of setting up our Fab Lab. So I thought I'll take the opportunity to participate in the conference, and yeah, I'll be one of the main people at the Fab Lab teaching others. So I think things like this are really great and simple, particularly with younger audiences as well. We've got quite a lot of interest from yeah, younger kids, and that sort of, I think this is like a little nice sort of stepping stone for those younger kids to get into more complex concepts around machine learning and machine vision. So yeah, no, and yeah, I always love learning about this. Is a great little tool that I didn't know about, so it's going to be really helpful, I think.
Yeah, because it's very complete, and actually, like I think Moat will show other two. He shared this on the link on the chat. So also how you can implement. So probably for the other age group bigger. So with the application in your phone with App Inventor, but also there is another one that is very easy to use for smaller kids that I think also I can show to you. And, yes, it's a nice approach also to make a device. For example, when you enter in a Fab Lab and you have to wear the mask. So if you can create a device that will say, you don't have the mask, so you cannot enter, something like this. I mean, that's just the software that you can compare with the hardware, and in a Fab Lab can be like a really a piece of probably also Fab Academy project or something. And I can read from Leo that also he trained the machine with drinking mate or not mate, typical Argentinian drink. So nice, nice also a different way to train the machine.
Yeah, I think so. And I think having those applications like that we can spread across those different age groups as well, and doing different things that, you know, yeah, we can do some of the simple stuff and get the younger kids sort of thinking about this. And then for the ones that are more advanced, they can sort of get into the apps and things like that, which sounds, yeah, really great to, and I think there's a lot of more understanding, but I love the idea as well as wearing face masks. We'll see when we open up if we'll have to wear face masks. We're in lockdown right now where I am in Australia. So it's face masks all the time, everywhere we go. And actually someone the other day was talking about, yeah, using machine vision to detect compliance levels in buildings and things like that. So yeah, it's really interesting to see a tool like this, which is so simple to get started with.
Thanks for sharing.
No problem.
Thank you all, and I would like to say, whatever the workshop is easy, simple, or hard, we can follow the same pedagogical and technical approach as I explained to you, and it will be we will have very excited workshop for the participants. So the steps are the same, but the content are different. We can introduce different problems based on the SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, and we can also create different prototypes. As you see in the workshop of today, we had like a digital prototype, but there are sometimes physical prototypes. They can, for example, create a battery tester, or they can create a safety device or whatever. We have a lot of workshops, but today like I like to introduce a very simple workshop in order to explain the how to build the content based on the engineering design process. And I'm very honored, Jenny, to be in this meeting with you guys. Thank you all.
Thank you, and thank you for taking the time to share.
Welcome. So guys, please feel free to ask me any question, or if you want any support or content in the email that I shared. Okay, thank you everyone. Should leave now.